welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we've got some really focused source material in front of us. It's excerpts from Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris.
All about living entirely by the Spirit and the Word of God, and some of the claims in here are just, well, they're pretty shocking.
Yeah, and our mission today is really to get our heads around the implications. Because the source, it argues that Christianity isn't a religion, not in the traditional sense.
Right.
It defines it as a life, the supernatural walk of God's heavenly children in the earth. We're really going to focus on how this text defines the Word and its power.
Okay, so let's start there with the power of the Word. The source establishes its authority at, like, the highest possible level, the cosmic level, right out of the gate.
It does.
It goes straight to John chapter 1. You know, in the beginning was the Word, all things were made by him. So it's framing the Word as the actual blueprint for reality.
And what's fascinating is how it immediately gives the word personality. It refers to him, not it.
Oh, point.
And the text makes it clear this isn't just ancient history. It uses that line from Hebrews to argue the word is still active, that God is upholding all things by the word of his power.
So it's like a foundational energy that's holding everything together right now.
Exactly. An active, sustaining force.
So you have this huge universal word. How does the text make that personal? How does that bridge down to the individual?
Well, that's where Jesus comes in.
Yeah.
The text makes that transition seamless. It points to John 1:14, that Jesus is the living word, encased in a human body.
Ah, so that's the bridge.
That's the bridge. And the core argument is that through the born-again experience, you actually get to partake in that life. The word life. He quotes 1 Peter, saying, the new life comes not of corruptible seed, but of incorruptible by the word of God. This is so crucial to the text's argument.
So it's saying your spiritual DNA, so to speak, isn't biological.
Exactly. It's an unbreakable life force from the word itself.
Okay, but that completely inverts our understanding of biology. If our life source is the word, what about physical needs? Food, water, that kind of thing.
Well, the famous quote it goes to next, Matthew 4:4.
Man shall not live by bread alone,
but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. And the text treats this literally. It's not a metaphor. It's a practical, physical reality.
How literal are we talking?
So literal that it brings up this really remarkable example from the book of Mark. The promise that if believers shall drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them.
Wait, hold on. Drink any deadly thing. That's taking it way beyond a spiritual diet. That's a claim of literal physical invulnerability. How does the text even begin to justify that?
That's the next piece of the puzzle. That's where the Spirit comes in. If the Word is the foundation, the Spirit is the active energy source.
The power running through the system.
Yes. The text points to Romans 8:11. The powerful claim there is that the very same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead will also quicken your mortal bodies.
Quicken. So to make alive, to vitalize. The Spirit is constantly refreshing the physical body.
That's it. It's a constant delivery mechanism for life. The big picture is that divinity is literally taken up residence inside the individual.
So you're brought into life and immortality, as it says.
Exactly. Begotten by the word of truth. It's this idea that the physical body is constantly being sustained by an internal spiritual power, which creates a kind of supernatural durability.
So to wrap this up for everyone listening, the main takeaway is that this faith it's a fully integrated existence. It's all one system. Life in the Word, by the Word, through the Word, and by the Spirit.
Right. Which leaves us with a really provocative question for you to think about. If you take this text seriously, if the indwelling Spirit is constantly quickening your physical body, how does that fundamentally change your definition of health, of durability? It forces you to reevaluate what your body's true limits might actually be.
Well, thank you for unpacking all that with us today.
Always a pleasure. Until next time.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.